We have an extraordinary situation where he will now, by his own admission today, unravel his manifesto for the country, but this is not one that anyone's voted on. So he can bring in a hard left socialist manifesto, which is more likely than not what he's going to do, and nobody voted for it, which is just completely surreal.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Future News Network. Today we have Piers Morgan on his take on the new Prime Minister of England, of the United Kingdom. New Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Piers Morgan. He's got a lot to say about it. He thinks he's a socialist. We're not liking the new... He's not a big fan of the new Prime Minister over here in England. Piers Morgan, going to start it off. We're going to check it out, see what he has to say. Make 2 videos a day, guys. If you like them, please hit him with a like and a subscribe.
In the 1980s, Britain took some wrong turns. Political power was centralised, economic power privatised, large parts of the country deindustrialised, and they still haven't recovered. We will change politics to make it more collaborative, more about problem solving than point scoring.
Workers of the world unite.
We put life's essentials back under stronger public control to make them affordable.
Moments ago, new British Prime Minister Andy Burnham officially taken over as the 7th Prime Minister in a decade. The far-left leader already making his socialist-style agenda clear. Joining us now live from London, host of the Piers Morgan Uncensored and UK native, Piers Morgan. Piers, what you make of the speech? He's not hiding what he believes.
Well, he's not. He's a self-acclaimed socialist. He's proud of it. He's, as you say, the 7th Prime Minister my country's had in 10 years. And I would say to Fox viewers, just imagine if you'd had 7 different presidents in 10 years, how absurd that would feel.
Absolutely could happen. I mean, the way that we are divided in America, you could easily have impeachments every 2 years. That we could at least have 5 different presidents in 10 years. 7's a whole lot. I mean, you'd like to see him do a full 4 years in America, but the way that they get involved with scandals and the political division within the country, it's pretty much, it could happen here.
At 5 in 4 years, there is a cat at number 10 Downing Street, the home of the British Prime Minister, called Larry the cat. He was adopted in David Cameron's tenure in 2011. That cat has outsurvived 7 different prime ministers. It is a complete joke.
Do you think the cat's involved at all?
Yes, is Larry the assassin? You know what? To be honest, it kind of sums up how farcical this has become. And really, the tipping point for all this was the Brexit referendum, when the British public in 2016 were asked to vote whether they wanted to go in, stay in the European Union or leave it. And ever since then, we've had this extraordinary political chaos. And the problem I have with Andy Burnham is not that he's a perfectly personable character. He just read for about 7-8 minutes, or rather didn't read. He spoke outside number 10 Downing Street without notes, without a lectern, without autocue. That was impressive. He's a good talker.
Take a look at these. Public control of utilities. What does that mean? You own your water, you own public control? So do you own your own water? Do you own your own well? Do you own your own treatment facilities? If you say, hey, I'm in England and I don't want fluoride in my water, can that get done or no? Is it going to be government mandate? Expand government-run housing, so the government owns your home and can take your property at any time. Support universal social care system. That is one of those just completely broad statements that socialists love to use. Support universal social care system. That means nothing. Absolutely nothing.
He's good with people, far more than Starmer was, who was very...
Hasn't ruled out wealth tax. Yeah, I mean, that is socialism. You make $1 million. Nobody deserves to be a millionaire. You didn't earn it. You have to give all your money away.
Robotic, but he is a socialist, and the early sign...
Promise compassionate immigration system, meaning more immigrants. They already have way too many. What do they need? More of them there? Absolutely incredibly terrible idea.
Signs already are that he's going to be a classic social.
Not expected to issue new oil and gas licenses. Well, they're already going to have problems getting gas out of the places that they were getting gas from before. So that just means gas is going to become much more expensive.
Socialist leader. And the one thing that we've learned in Britain, going back decades, is that this never works. So I think although he's good on the talk, when it comes to walking the walk, I suspect we're in for another crashing disappointment.
Yeah, I mean, Piers, it's amazing that a socialist can have so much power. I understand New York, where we have Mamdani, a mayor. We all know this is such a liberal city. But for the UK, for him to be selected as the prime minister, how did that happen? What is going on in your country and our country?
No votes. No votes. Kind of happened in the dead of night. A couple weeks worth of time, and they chose him.
Where the socialism is taking off.
Well, I think, to be fair to Mamdani, at least he got elected. You know, the thing about Andy Burnham is he hasn't been elected by anyone to run the country. I just made a bit of a satirical point on X by posting a picture of his meeting with King Charles III and saying the new coronation, unelected man made prime minister by unelected man. And that really is the heart of this extraordinary situation we have, where somebody who wasn't even a member of parliament 4 weeks ago, albeit many years ago before he became mayor of Manchester, he was in several cabinets under Tony Blair and Gordon Brown. So he's been a cabinet minister, he's been an MP, but not for many, many years. He was mayor of Manchester for 9 years. And yet here he is, coming out of nowhere from being a mayor to prime minister in 4 weeks. And he's not been elected by a single member of the British public. So we have an extraordinary situation where he will now, by his own admission today, unravel his manifesto for the country, but this is not one that anyone's voted on. So
at least he's not 80 years old. I mean, guy looks a little bit younger than your average politician. You know, Donald Trump's like, what, 80 something now? Biden was 80 something now. It's, you know, a little bit younger, maybe some fresh blood, but God, I don't know. Some of the socialist stuff is taken off. People want it. You can get the young votes with socialist talking points.
he can bring in a hard left socialist manifesto, which is more likely than not what he's going to do, and nobody voted for it, which is just completely surreal.
I have not talked to you about soccer. I watched the 6-4 game and the consolation game. I watched them blow your team blow a 1-goal lead by going.
What? We just got to bully on Piers here? Tell him that your soccer team sucks and that they blew it? That's not very nice.
To a defensive shell. Piers Morgan, was this World Cup from the British perspective a success?
Well, first of all, it's football, not soccer, as I keep telling you, and you refuse to listen to me. Secondly, I think the World Cup was fantastically successful, and credit to America and Mexico and Canada, but everyone involved. I thought it was a brilliantly run tournament, and it had fantastic games, and all the big players, the superstars, all turned up and played great. So that was the good side.
Tell you what, nobody in America really cared until we did the games in America. I don't know if you guys followed it. If you followed it, let me know your favorite soccer team.
I think that I'm very pleased that England did better than the USA, just because it gives me bragging rights over you three next time I see you. But we ended up both losing. And I think Spain undoubtedly were the worthy winners. They were the best team in the tournament. They conceded 1 goal in the whole tournament. Think about that. So, you know, as with most things in life, running a country or football, if you get your defense right, you normally do okay. I thought Argentina were a complete disgrace.
Yeah, I think Britain could probably do defense a little bit better. Actually, I don't think you have a military, really, and I think your country is getting overrun with immigrants, actually, so I don't really know if everybody's playing with the same ball in this court.
And Messi may have been in tears at the end, but Messi was a disgrace last night. He tried to get one of the Spanish players sent off for putting his hand for 1 second over his mouth. Absolutely.
Oh, Oh, soccer players are crying on the field. Oh, what a surprise.
Disgraceful. The antics at the end after the final whistle, when they were launching a mass brawl against the players who'd been better than them, I thought was shameful. So stain on Argentina. Great credit to Spain. I thought America did well, and I think the whole thing, I hope, makes Americans fall in love more with the game that I love, because that would be terrific. Not least because when I come and talk to Brian, he might sound like he vaguely knows what he's talking about.
Come
when it
on,
comes
that was so unnecessary.
I'll
so
say this,
unnecessary.
Piers, we'll start calling it football.
All right, guys. I think that's going to do it for this one. We got the new Prime Minister of Britain. Do you like him? Do you not like him? Does he look like he's going to do a good job? Is he a socialist? Does socialism work? Let me know down in the comments. Like, comment, and subscribe. Make 2 videos a day, guys. If you like them and you like soccer and not football, hit me with a like and a subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.